Hey guys, this is Fuller. We're finally onto the real deal. The big 5-6 mana legendaries, ones that fit into so many decks, the game changers. So think similar to Sylvanas, Loatheb, and the new Emperor Pharazan, etc. The ones we all like will make it through to the mod, and once again I got so many suggestions. I've done a lot of tweaking and modifying. Alright, let's get to it. The first one is modified from half cards, is a hunter beast, that in the mod can pass as a neutral. Here we go, King Bangalash. For 6 mana he's 5/5 with, when your enemy summons a minion, summon a Stranglethorn Tiger. Those are the 5/5 beasts with stealth, so very similar to Trogzor except activates when your opponent summons a minion. He's a little bit more vulnerable as a spell can directly remove him at no extra cost to your opponent. Mostly I see him fitting in an aggro or mid-range deck. You're hoping your opponent has run out of kill spells and is forced to play minions. Next, this one was suggested in the comments from last video. This was the original. It's General Vazax. For 5 mana he's 5/5 with Battlecry, double the mana cost of enemy minions next turn. I thought it was a bit too similar to Loatheb, so I made this version. Battlecry, enemy minions summoned next turn get -2/-2. So anything put down is quite a bit weaker and the stats stay. It doesn't protect your other minions from board clears, but it is a nice tempo play. Would you run this card? Here's another one from half cards. Modified, it is Gothic the Harvester. For 5 mana he's 3/7 with, whenever a minion dies add a copy of it to the bottom of your deck and it costs 3 less. If you like long term scheming and planning, this guy's for you. Can be run also as a tech card if there's a lot of mill decks in the meta. You harvest the souls then resummon them later on. You can also do a lot of interesting interactions by copying enemy class legendaries and then playing them a lot later on against them. Nice in a slow control deck. On to a remake from an old legendary I did ages ago. Do you remember? It is High General Talion. For 5 mana he's 5/5 with Death Rattle, give all your minions +1/+1 and Divine Shield. He may have to cost 6 for that level of strength, but the Death Rattle does require you to have minions down for it to be effective. Difficult to play this card when you're already behind and losing, unlike say a Sylvanas. In Hearthstone it could be a Paladin legendary, in the mod I think it's fine as a neutral. This one's really simple, but my favourite is Frost King Malak. A troll for 6 mana he's 4/5 with, when you draw this card, freeze all characters. So you can compare it to the mage legendary, the Leviathan, in any control type deck where you really want to slow the game down as much as possible until you've got your powerful spells ready and your 9 mana legendaries. That freeze is incredibly useful for stalling. It may be better suited as a Lich legendary maybe, and a different character of course, but if not I can see it fitting into quite a few decks. I love this one too, it's really interesting from half cards. It is Lockmore. For 5 mana he's 3/11, so that's a huge health, but a drawback, Enrage. At the start of your turn discard a card. Now since he has a low attack of 3, enemy minions can probably easily attack straight into him and survive, so that Enrage is definitely going off. But his sheer stats are quite frightening, and you can also do some crazy stat switching combos like Crazed Alchemist. If you can empty your hand quickly as well, the drawback is pretty minimal. This next one is completely insane, so be warned. It is Dentark. For 5 mana he's 6/5 with all spells have a 50% chance to cost 0. So how that would work is you cast a spell, then 50% chance you get the mana straight back. This is enemy spells too included, so ideally you want to play him and on the turn cast a few spells. At 5 mana this is semi-possible late game. There is a risk that it all fails and then next turn your enemy can do a big chain combo, which I think makes this minion really fun to play. On to another remake is Akama. For 5 mana he's 7/3 with, at the end of your turn deal 1 damage to this minion and gain stealth. So you can attack then re-stealth every turn, and he has a very high attack so you can do a lot of damage potentially. The drawback is he's slowly decaying and dying and generally can only get 2 attacks from him. Most big 7 attack minions are not worth it because they get assassinated instantly by Big Game Hunter, but this guy's always got stealth, so he's an anti Big Game Hunter, and I can definitely see him being used as a finisher card. Of course, if you have a healing hero power like Priest, you can keep him alive and keep using him. On to the last legendary. This effect is a bit un-Hearthstone like maybe, so I'm gonna call it a bonus legendary. Here we go. Lothamar Pheromon. For 6 mana he's 4/5 with Taunt, and Death Rattle end your opponent's turn. So if he dies on your turn, nothing happens, but if he's killed on your opponent's turn, immediately the turn ends and your opponent can't do anything else. So potentially as a taunt that stops you taking any damage for a turn. He sacrifices himself to protect you. Alright, that's it for these legendaries. I'll do a part 2 next week, so keep sending in more and more ideas. And above all, give me feedback on the balance, the wow factor, and would you run any of these in a deck? I've finally got Enrage working in the mod, guys, so I'll show you that very soon. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.